Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
I can hear you now, I think. I couldn't hear you before.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
We'll give it a couple more minutes, waiting for Emily, Hinsdale, and Eric. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll do a roll call. Hopefully Emily and Eric pop on soon.
I'm
So hello,
here.
everyone. Oh, you are here. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Shall we go ahead and get started?
Yes, please go ahead and start with roll call. Thank you.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Lori Paleo with JMT. Just to let everyone know, this meeting is being recorded, and if you are not speaking, please mute your mics. So Emily and Hinsdale.
I'm here.
What is your organization?
I'm sorry, Emily Hinsdale, Sidewalk Stompers.
Thank you. Alexandra Arvales.
Good morning, Grant Coordinator for HCSM.
Lama Alfase.
I'm here, Lama Al-Fassi with Hillsborough County.
Susan Boda.
Hey, good morning. Susan Bode with Banish.
Brenton Mosher.
Brenton Mosher with USF Qatar.
Demetrius German, Demetrius German is on the line. Ellen Snelling,
Good morning, Ellen Snelling with Tampa Alcohol Coalition.
Emily Hinsdale. Oh, you're on there twice. Swara Farheen,
Good morning. This is Swara Farheen. I'm from Atkins Realis, Tampa office.
someone from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Crossing Guard,
Good morning. I'm Nancy Rodriguez from HCSO.
Heather Harris,
Hello, I'm Heather Harris from MacDill Air Force Base Safety.
Eric Henry,
Hey, good morning, y'all. Eric Henry with FDOT District 7 Safety.
Jacob Gonzalez,
Jacob Gonzalez, Tampa Police Department.
Jason Jackman,
Hi, Jason Jackman Cutter.
Janine Hiscock, Jeanette Hiscock. She is on the line. Amir Kawaja,
Good morning, Amir Kawaja from the city of Tunbridge Terrace.
Janine Lawrence,
Good morning, Janine Lawrence with MAD.
De Silva,
Lisa Silva, Hillsborough TPO, and I'm going to have to jump off early for the Safe Walking for Life Train the Trainer that I think somebody recommended in this group. So I apologize. If you just get back to me if I missed anything important. And thank you to everyone that attended the Gulf Coast Safe Streets Summit last week.
Lieutenant Carter,
Here.
what agency are you with? John Lewis,
Good morning, John Lewis, Tampa General Hospital Trauma Program.
Mashid Ariste,
Good morning, Mashi Daraste, American Quality Consultants, FDOT Safety Ambassador.
Melinda Nelson,
Good morning, Melinda Nelson, HCSO Grants.
Nicholas Innes,
Everyone, Nick Ennis with Element Engineering Group.
Jim Reiser, Jim Reiser, I think you're muted or I just can't hear you. Oh, Jim Reiser is with LEL. Rick Adams,
Nation's Traffic Safety School. Good morning, everybody.
Alexandria Roeder,
Hi, Alexandria Roeder, Tampa General Hospital.
Michael Taylor,
Good morning, everyone. Michael Taylor with the Hillsborough County Emergency Medical Planning Council and Trauma Agency.
Vanessa Navarro,
Good morning, Vanessa Navarro with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office with a grants unit.
Is there anyone I missed that is on the call?
This is Michelle Harris with AAA. I'm on the phone.
Perfect. Hey, Emily, I believe that is everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I'm, as I mentioned, Emily Hinsdale with Sidewalk Stompers, and Abigail Flores can't be here this morning, so I will be chairing today's meeting. Let's get started with the approval of the minutes from January. They were posted on the website. I hope that everybody had a chance to review them. May I get a motion to accept the minutes?
I motion to accept the minutes. Alexandria Roeder.
And a second?
Second,
Michael
Susan
Taylor,
Bowden.
second.
I second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and get started working through the agenda. Unless there's anybody else who had announcements that needed to go early if they were getting off. I mean, Lisa mentioned hers. Is there anybody else who needs to exit early and had an announcement? All right. Then we will get started with enforcement and crash stats. Can we hear from some of our law enforcement agencies?
Yes, good morning. Demetrius German from Tampa Police Department. As far as our enforcement efforts, I'll start off with the school speed zone cameras. I actually just spoke with our mobility department this morning, and they're still going back and forth with permitting. We're moving forward, but it's just slow moving right now with some of the language and how they're going to set up some of the signage. So we're looking at possibly starting the speed zone cameras in August, which would be for the 25-26 school year. We will try to get at least one up by April, but that's highly doubtful. But just so that the group is aware, we're looking at a start date in August for the 25-26 school year. Jacob Gonzalez, Tampa Police.
Oh, go ahead, Jake.
Sorry, I thought you were done. You could finish. And then as far as crash data for us, we're still looking at 3 fatalities for the year. We're 9 down from last year, which is a good thing. Last year at this time, we were at, I believe, 12, with 7 of those being criminal. This year, we're at 3, with only 1 being a criminal. And that is it for me. Go ahead, Jake.
Thank you, sir. Jacob Gonzalez, Tampa Police Department. For our DUI enforcement, we had 143 DUI arrests in January, down from 2024 numbers, which were 159. So far in February, we have 141 DUI arrests, on par with February 2024 numbers, which ended the month at 157. We have DUI education presentations scheduled for Blake High School and Jefferson High School coming up. And then we revamped our responsible vendor training, and we're starting our first responsible vendor training event at McDitton's today. And that's news for our DUI efforts.
Any other law enforcement agencies present that would like to say something at this point? Okay. ELE, I think is Jim Reiser here?
That would be Cutter. Cutter runs the ELEE, not LEL.
Oh, sorry.
So the enforcement period for ELEE ends on March 31st. So that's the last push for the agencies to get their points. I did want to ask, Jake, I know you had done a few high schools with the Impact Teen Driver program, and did you have any more of those planned along with your DUI outreach?
We teach with our impaired driving program the topics in the Teen Impact Teen Driving education program. So the high schools I mentioned are the Impact Teen Driving as well.
Great. That's all I have for Ely.
Hey, Emily, it's Jim Reiser. Can I chime in here real quick?
Thank you.
So sorry about that. I'm juggling a couple different meetings right now, everybody. So Law enforcement challenge reporting for the LEL program. Statewide law enforcement challenge is open right now. So any agencies on the line, you should have received an email with instructions on how to submit your statistics for your traffic safety efforts for last year. And that's open through the end of March. And as of right now, we're still supporting the ELE program. Brenton, did you guys have any other enforcement waves planned right now? That's the one thing I was going to ask this morning, just so we can add it to our calendar too.
No, we don't have anything else planned at this time. So I think they're just going to try to push for their regular details for the rest of the term, unless Mike or George tells me something different.
I gotcha. I appreciate it. And to law enforcement partners, make sure that if you are submitting your safety grants, they are due Friday. The applications cannot come in late, and that's just for the traffic safety efforts for the different in different emphasis areas that the agencies can obtain additional funding to do enforcement for. So make sure your grant applications are in by Friday, and that's all I have at this time.
Thank you. Anyone else before we move into the Lori on the crash stats? Okay, go ahead, Lori.
Perfect. Okay, so here is the fatal crash map for Hillsborough County for 2024 fatal crashes from January 1st to December 16th. And there were 157 fatal crashes during that time period. At the last meeting we had from January 1st to October 29th of 2024, there were 129 fatal crashes. So there's been 30 new fatal crashes added to the fatal crash map. 29 were added and one was removed from last month's fatal crash map due to it being a non-traffic related fatality. This includes 1 right turn, 1 unknown, 1 head-on, 4 bicycle, 3 rear end, 4 other, 6 left turn, 4 off-road, and 6 pedestrian fatal crashes. So for the bicycle fatal crashes, the first bicycle fatal crash was on October 20th on Nebraska Avenue and Fletcher Avenue at the 4-way intersection in dark lighted, clear, and dry conditions. The bicyclist was traveling on a marked crosswalk and the driver drove directly towards him. The second bicycle fatal crash was on November 2nd at 6:49 p.m. on State Road 597 and Mapledale Boulevard. At the 4-way intersection in dusk, clear, and dry conditions, the bicyclist was crossing the marked crosswalk without U-turning for the approaching vehicle. The third bicycle fatal crash was on November 16th at 8:20 p.m. on State Road 674 and 4th Street, not at the intersection, in dark, not lighted, clear, and dry conditions. The bicyclist was traveling in a travel lane in front of vehicle 1. The fourth bicycle fatal crash was on December 5th at 9:07 p.m. on Sheldon Road and Redwood Boulevard, not at the intersection in dark, lighted, clear, and dry conditions. The bicyclist abruptly moved into the travel lane in front of vehicle 1. So there were 6 new pedestrian fatal crashes. The first one was on October 12th at 7:30 p.m. on East 124th Avenue and Volunteer Place, not at the intersection in dusk, clear, and dry conditions. The pedestrian was struck in the process of moving from the travel lane to the sidewalk. The next pedestrian fatal crash was on November 17th at 8:02 p.m. on Nebraska Avenue and Fowler Avenue, not at the intersection in dark, lighted, clear, and dry conditions. The pedestrian was improperly crossing the roadway, not using a marked crosswalk. The third pedestrian fatal crash was on November 19th at 2:54 in the morning on Orient Road and East 8th Avenue, not at the intersection in dark, clear, and dry conditions. The pedestrian was traveling on the side shoulder when it was struck. The fourth pedestrian fatal crash was on November 27th at 9:25 p.m. on Nebraska Avenue and Fowler Avenue, not at the intersection in dark, lighted, clear, and dry conditions. The pedestrian was improperly crossing the roadway, not using the marked crosswalk. The next pedestrian fatal crash was on November 29th at 8:44 p.m. on I-4 and Alexander Street, not at the intersection in dark, clear, and dry conditions. The pedestrian was walking in the roadway in the travel path of vehicle 1 when it was struck. And the last pedestrian fatal crash was on December 11th at 11:09 p.m. on Gandy Boulevard and Colbreth Keyway, not at the intersection in dark, not lighted, clear and dry conditions, and the pedestrian was laying in the inside travel lane. The pedestrian fatal crashes were the highest fatal crash type with 33.1%, followed by run off the road fatal crashes with 14.6%, and left turn fatal crashes with 14%. There are 157 fatal crashes through December 16th. Same period in 2023, there were 200. So Hillsborough County is down by 43 fatal crashes in the same period, so showing a bit of improvement. Out of the 157 fatal crashes, 67% of the crashes happened during the nighttime, and 42% of the nighttime crashes were pedestrian related. So a lot of pedestrian nighttime fatal crashes. 41% of the fatal crashes were on state roads, and 34% occurred on Hillsborough County roadways. Out of the 157 fatal crashes, 37% happened at the intersection, 30% were lane departure related, and 20% were related to motorcyclists. 19% were aggressive driving related, and 18.5% were intoxicated related. So that is everything I have. So we're doing better than last year, but we still have a lot of issues with like peds and bikes. That is everything.
Thank you, Laurie. Any questions or comments on that?
Laura, you said that was from just through December 16th, so there's still 2 weeks that will need to be caught up at the next meeting, right? So we'll know the full year by year.
Correct. So the next meeting, we should have all of 2025, and I'll give some additional breakdowns with the statistics. I mean, all of 2024, sorry. So I'll have all the statistics for that at the next meeting.
Great, thanks.
Okay. Can we take a look at engineering and planning?
Yeah, I can start us off. I have just one engineering thing to mention. There's going to be a closure. Everyone should have received an email update about this, but there is going to be some closure and some lane restrictions around 301 at Gibson Drive in Hillsborough. That's going to begin this Friday, I believe at midnight. They're replacing the asphalt at 301 in Gibsonton, and then they're going to be repaving 301 from Witt Road to Rivercrest Drive. They are going to reduce, I believe they're going to fully close the southbound travel lanes of 301 and convert the northbound lanes into a single north and southbound in each direction. Then there's going to be a section of Gibsonton Drive west of 301 that's going to be fully closed for a total of 21 days. And they're expecting this whole shebang to take about 140 days overall, good weather conditions providing. I believe that is the only thing that I have on the engineering side. We do have several events coming up, but we have a space on the agenda later on for that, I believe. So I'll save those.
Thank you. And I see Lori put in the chat where you can find further details about that closure and any others. Do we have somebody here from City of Tampa? How about Plant City? Temple Terrace?
Yes, Temple Terrace here. Recently we did install speed humps in our Sagebrook neighborhood, which is right off of Old Morris Bridge Road. And this was due to us receiving speed complaints from the neighborhood about speeding concerns within the neighborhood and off of Morris Bridge Road. And we received a speed hump petition from the neighborhood, and that's just the city's speed hump procedure and policy. If we receive more than 50% of the homes on a particular roadway segment that they want speed humps, that we look into it and install them. And based off of that, we looked at the Hillsborough County standards for the speed humps, and we recently just installed 2 of them on one roadway of the neighborhood, and then one on, I think it was Water Chestnut Drive within the neighborhood. And we are waiting on police data to see what the impacts or the effects of those speed humps are going to be.
Is that a formal petition process through that you provide, or is that a citizen-led effort?
It could be both. When the citizen reaches out to us about a speed hump petition, we usually provide them the procedure, and then we can give them a table that they can fill out or their neighbors can fill out.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Do we have anybody here from Hillsborough County? Okay, HSIP.
Good morning again. This is Mahshid. Currently, we're reviewing applications. Thank you for your new applications. And Birya and I are working on getting final codes. Again, when you submit an application, please provide as much detail as possible, locations prioritized, and where the address is for the shipment to go to. And if you have any questions, as always, I can help. I was going to ask if anybody's working on any safe routes to school applications. Do we know if any of the cities, counties are working on safe routes to school application? If you are, please let me know. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
I don't think we have anybody here from city or county to answer your question, but I'm interested, so I will follow up and ask them.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I'll send an
Hi.
email. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Jason raised his hand too, but I will say Lisa Silver from Hillsborough TPO. The TPO has to participate and sign off on those, or usually is asked to, and I've not been asked for any input on that.
Thank you.
Jason, you had your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I believe the application window is closed for Safe Routes to School, so I can maybe check who's submitted with the state, but I'm not sure if that's available. But I know the application has closed the window.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, if anybody is also working on one for next year, because it takes a long time for the process to go through with different sign-offs. So if you know of any, please let me know. Thank you. That's all I have. Thanks.
Thanks very much. Let's look at our health agencies. AAA. Tampa General.
Hi, this is Alex. I have a slide to share just real quick. Just a thing, things we've been up to, and it kind of disappeared. Hold on. Share. I swear I should get better at this. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right. So TGH, we've been working on a bunch of different things. We have a trauma survivor event coming up that kind of appreciates the trauma survivor stories and builds hope and resiliency in our community. TGH is also working on planning these rural trauma team development courses. So not necessarily in our zone or district, but really great for the state. We're working with the Center for EMS on this, and we're providing education to one is in the Panhandle, one is in the North Florida, one is in South Florida, one is in Central Florida. And so we're traveling to all these locations and giving the smaller hospitals what information that they need to care for trauma patients, and really focusing in on things like post-crash care and stuff. And then let's see, we're teaching Stop the Bleed, that we have one going on tonight. Their National Stop the Bleed Day is coming up in May. And then Alert Today, Arrive Tomorrow. I know we all know this one. I'm the newest, thanks to Lisa, kind of hooking me up here. I'm the newest member of the Pedestrian and Bicycle Safety Coalition, so that's exciting. And we've also, TGH has decided to partner with USF Public Health to help increase our efforts in the community and really get that community outreach going. And then thanks to, I think it's Henry Bryan, for plugging me in. We're going to be at the City of Temple Terrace Bike with the Mayor, and I have helmets to give out. So if any adult bicyclists come to the function without a helmet, we will make sure that they are safe while riding. And that's all I have.
Thank you. I was also pleased to hear that Tampa General will be a major sponsor of World Car Free Day in Tampa this year. So that's awesome. Every aspect of health there and safety. Statewide coalition updates. And we've already touched on what TPD is doing with teen driver safety. Anyone else? Okay, then why don't we move on to Cutter?
Okay, hello. So as Alex mentioned, we have our Bike with the Temple Terrace Mayor. That is next Friday, March 7th. Start congregating between 7:30 and 8. There'll be some short remarks at 8 a.m. and then we'll have our ride. It's a little under 4 miles. It's a nice, easy ride to Temple Terrace. If you've never been, it's a great way to like just get a good feel of the city on bike. It is a police-led ride, so we do have some traffic control there. So we will have that. Then afterwards, we have on Thursday, March 13th, the Bike to Work Day through the Tampa Downtown Partnership and City of Tampa. So those riders start in 7 different groups, and then they all meet at Gaslight Park in downtown. And then we will be there with a table to have some safety items for them. And we are going to try to provide a few safety items to the groups that are going to be participating in the ride to distribute before they get on their bike. And we'll have t-shirts at both of those events. The Temple Terrace one is coinciding with their 100-year centennial celebration. So we're trying to get 100 riders out. So as many people as you can get out there to ride with us would be great. And I don't want to steal Jeannie's thunder, but we do have Walk Like Mad that we are participating in on Friday, the 28th of March. Oh, I do have one other comment. Not sure if Michelle with AAA is still here, but I was referred to her by her, a mother named Michelle Lynch. Her son Connor Lynch was killed last March while riding his scooter over in the USF area. She is going to attend a university CTST meeting, and we are going to try to work, Jason and I are going to work with her on some different things we can do to increase scooter awareness on campus, but I do feel like that is a broader conversation to be had with the whole county as well.
Yeah, I think that would be a great future discussion topic. I'm not quite sure how to set that up, but we can all talk a little bit about different ways that we can approach that and how we can bring this group in to better consider and better address scooter safety. Mad, do you have anything to share? Your walk coming up?
Thank you. I will put in the chat the flyer for our walk. It is on March 28th in the evening at USF. We would love to have all of our partners here. I know a lot of you participate in it, so we're excited for that coming up. And again, I'll put that in the chat. And I have some tabling coming up next week, I think, at USF for their safe spring break. And I don't know if anyone is here from, I can't remember, for Hillsborough Community College. They do have a Safe Spring Break coming up, event coming up as well, and I can't attend because I'm committed somewhere else. But they have one, and if you're interested, I can send you the email about that if that's something you're interested in participating in yourself, your organization, for their students there. And I think that's everything I have right now. I'm just, doing my normal out in the community, reaching the youth and whoever will let me talk to them.
Jason Jackman had his hand up previously.
I think
You're
you're
muted, I
Jason.
think.
That's weird. It worked before.
Yeah, here you go.
We will try him again in a minute. I'll make my comments for Walk Bike Tampa. Planning for World Car Free Day 2025 has started. That will be the event will be in September. I don't have the exact date in front of me. We have additional sponsors this year, additional routes that will be riding throughout the city. If you're interested in partnering and becoming a sponsor, being involved in this event, it has grown significantly since this started 2 years ago. So please reach out to Walk Bike Tampa through social media or to me directly if you have any interest in sponsoring, partnering, having a table, being a vendor, being involved in that in any way, having a group ride, let me know. I don't think I have anything specifically for Sidewalk Stompers, except to note that March, I think, as somebody have mentioned, several people have mentioned March is Florida Bike Month, and then we have National Bike Month coming up in May, where we'll be celebrating Bike to School Day. Please reach out to me if you are interested in being part of Bike to School Day at any schools in your area. I think that's all from me. Jason, do you want to give it another go?
I think I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just wanted to announce that we're starting the Tampa Bay Citizen Safety Academy, and it's very similar to the TBCAT we did in the past, which was the Tampa Bay Citizens Academy for the Tampa City of Tampa area. But now this is district-wide. It's a FDOT program. And we're looking for participants, citizens interested in learning about safety and all the initiatives going on in District 7. So I'll provide more information. I can provide a presentation about the program, maybe next CTST or CTST meeting down the road. But again, this is a district-wide program. It's virtual. We will have a cap on participants, but very excited to get this started. And so if for your communities, if you know anyone that's interested, I'll send a message to y'all or present it and get the word out. So I'm very excited about it. And that's it.
Jason, I would love to have you send me that information to distribute to some people.
Okay, perfect.
Anyone here from Crossing Guards?
Yes. This is Nancy from the Crossing Guard Unit. I'm here for Melissa Kinchelo. So right now we're conducting school crossing guard surveys for various locations to determine if the locations meet the criteria for a manned crossing.
This would be for additional locations to what you already have?
Yes, so right now we have Seminole on Slight and Central.
Great, thank you. Anyone from Hillsborough County Schools? We have in our notes about some updates on school zone cameras. TPD already shared their information about where they are with that. Is there anybody here from the sheriff's office that can talk about how that is going in Hillsborough County? Well, maybe we will follow up next week because I personally would be interested to hear how the camera that has been installed is working out, whether there's any information coming out of that is useful, showing any trends.
I did.
To see how county.
Sorry, hey, I did have one thing I wanted to share on that. There was previously a report released towards the end of December, kind of detailing some of the stats for both the school bus cameras and the speed enforcement cameras statewide. Just kind of sharing some early stats on how many notice of violations they sent out, how many of those were adjudicated in court, so on and so forth. I don't know if some of you folks have seen that, but I had not previously, so I will go ahead and share that in the chat because it's got some great information. And I didn't realize that Hillsborough County was one of the only 3 locations in the state that had actively already implemented the school zone stop arm cameras at the time of that report. So.
I think they just started one in December, didn't they?
They may have, yeah.
Okay. Upcoming outreach events under announcements. Did anybody have anything?
I do have a couple more that I can share. I think Brenton covered a few of the ones that we're going to be out for sure with the Walk Bike Your City stuff that we have coming up. But we will also be out this Saturday at the Hillsborough County Hiking Spree Mid-Spree Festival. I hadn't heard of this previously, but I think it's administered through Hillsborough County. They just encourage folks to go out for a couple of months to hike all the trails in Hillsborough County. And then kind of in the middle of it, they have a big meeting get together. So we'll be tabling there this weekend. It's in Riverview. We will also be out at FDOT Construction Career Days, which is where they bus out kids from a bunch of local schools, and they have the opportunity to do interactive exhibits to help them get started in careers in construction, engineering, traffic safety, all that good stuff. I think Brenton might have got the rest of them. Oh, we will be, the Strawberry Festival is also this weekend on March 1st. Nobody from District 7 Safety is going to be there, but there is a coordinated effort between some folks in our IT department and then some District 1 safety folks to be out there with an FDOT table. So we will have a presence out there as well.
Thank you. Looking at the agenda, updates to the CTST website.
Yes. Eric, is that something you want to discuss, or you want me to discuss it?
You can go over it. Thanks, Laura.
Okay, no problem. So when you go to TampaBayTrafficSafety.com under CTST program and Hillsborough CTST, we have a tab called Hillsborough CTST event calendar. So when you click that, it shows all of, or some of the events that are going on in Hillsborough County. So currently we have Temple Terrace Bike with the Mayor, Bike to Work, Ride with the Mayor, and Walk Like Mad. And when you view the details of this, you could add it to your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar. There's links to see additional information as well. So that is something that is a pretty cool feature. And another thing is if you have any events going on that you would like to get added to this, at the bottom of the page, there's to have an event added to this calendar, please click here, and it will direct it to my email and Andrea, she works with Benish, and we will get those added for you. Just provide like the link of the event, the time, the date, and we'll get that added to the calendar so people could see that and attend that event or participate or inquire about that event. Eric, am I missing anything?
I don't think so. We're going to try to add events that come up in the meetings themselves. We'll try to add on there. But if anything pops up, you forgot to mention a meeting, or if something comes up in between our meetings, feel free to use that feature that Lori showed just to let us know, share whatever details you have, and we'll try to get it added.
Did we have any updates from the website about whether we would be able to go back to being able to show minutes from past meetings, not just the most recent?
If you go to the Hillsborough CTST page and you scroll to the very bottom, there's a past meeting section. It's just for the year, so you can't go back to like 2024, 2023, but this will show all the agenda, the minutes, and then we usually post the video recordings as well.
But we're not able to go back to previous years?
Correct.
Or at least the previous year, so it's only going to be for this year?
Correct.
We should still have a lot of the older minutes though, so if there's a specific meeting you're looking for, you can reach out to us and we should be able to provide that to you.
No, I just know that we have everybody at different meetings has busy schedules, so we have some issues with attendance, and being able to reference those would be useful. I mean, unless we can, like, it just would be great to be able to have access to those for people in this group who couldn't have attended or want to reference something in the past.
Yeah, we can look into seeing if there's any way for us to have like an older archival page.
Even if we could just post like last 6 months as opposed to just this year, that would be great.
Sounds good.
Hey, does anyone have anything else? Yes, I see a hand up.
Yep. So I just had a quick question. And I didn't know if someone from the group would be have a little bit more updated information, but TGH applied for the Road to Zero Community Traffic Safety Grant. And then I don't know if you know or not, but it was due on a Friday, and then we found out, and then they sent an email out on Monday saying that the funding had been pulled, but that they were seeking clarification on if they had the money or not. Does anyone know anything about that Road to Zero Community Traffic Safety Grant funding by any chance?
This is Jason from Cutter. Yeah, we're in a similar situation, and yeah, they put everything on hold, so I don't see it opening up anytime soon. That's at least what I was told, so I think they're kind of figuring things out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can you say again what specifically that grant was?
It was the 2025 Road to Zero Community Traffic Safety Grant.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other announcements or topics to introduce? Okay, well, thank you all for your time today. See you all in March, where I hope everybody will be having a wonderful Florida Bike Month. So thank you for attending today, and I'll adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Be
Thank
safe.
you.